Yep, it just looking into Minnesota this weekend, kind of expectation. Last year, went to Minnesota the first game and came out with the result. Second game was Minnesota was harder fought match. But what can you expect out of this matchup? And then Mikey was just talking about connecting with the group and flipping the switch despite the result last week. But just you guys having the mentality to flip the switch and continue to still play your game despite what the opponent presents.
Yeah, for sure. Right now is an important moment for us after a couple of games without the results going our way, and struggles with red cards and point loss basically. So we know we need to get back to winning ways, and there's no better place than home ground and home pitch to do that. We know Minnesota is a good team, so it's obviously not easy. We spent a lot of minutes last year to break them down because they're so good and comfortable in their low blocks. So. But it's going to be nice getting back to Snapdragon, and we want to win.
Who gave you the shiner?
Yeah, we had some frustration coming out this week, so no, I hit an elbow during training, so that's what happens.
Who's the culprit?
I have it in my book, so I'm not gonna mention.
Jeppe, after the San Jose match, Mikey talked about some veteran players not playing to the standard. As the leader and one of the veteran players in this team, how does that message hit home for you, and what are those conversations like with Mikey and those other veteran players in the team?
Yeah, it's fair. I think last year we had a couple of guys who played a lot of minutes during the whole season and wasn't substituted or rotated a lot. So I think people know, and we also talked a little about it this week. But it's all fair. Some guys has maybe a little bit extra pressure and need to have chest up a little bit more, especially when we are down. And right now we've been down in a couple of games with late goals in 2 MLS games before to not get us the win, and then we get a bad start in San Jose and a red card and another goal, and then it's uphill from there. So I would say, first of all, we know we're professionals, so we also know ourselves when we're not at a perfect place. But I think it's also just as a team also right now to kind of see that everything is not bad at this moment. We had, as I said, 2 games before the San Jose game where we could, with small margins, ended up with a win. Salt Lake had late goal and Dallas had late goal, and then all of a sudden everything would have looked different. So we're pretty calm, but also aware of our situation right now.
It's also not easy seeing your home nation not qualify for the World Cup. How did you experience that game, and then also seeing your teammate miss a penalty? So what were those emotions like for you?
That's tough. Obviously, it was one of those things coming over here, seeing a World Cup, being here that was kind of extra fun to be able to be around when Denmark would play games. So I think obviously Anders is disappointed. He did a good job though, so it's not for him to blame him. But I think both me and whole of Denmark are disappointed right now. So we had our shots though. We had a lot of games where we had been able to qualify. So it's also a little bit on ourselves, but. It's always tough, and it was also for Anders. He's a guy that's quick to turn around, so it's not something that's pulling him down or pushing him down going into a game. But of course, first time you come back from the game and everybody's talking about it, it's you need a day or two. That's normal.
As you mentioned, red cards have been a problem this past couple matches. How frustrating has that been, and how can you guys avoid getting a red card?
Yeah, it's frustrating, of course, a lot. Mostly because on an away game against San Jose, that's so man-to-man, giving them that extra guy basically makes it not even a little bit, but very much harder, because it's easier for them to take everybody out man-man. And getting it that early is frustrating, I would say. We kind of know now what we need to do when we are man down. We showed that at home against Toluca, that it's still possible, but it makes games more difficult. And I think the easy thing is to say that it needs to stop, and we need to be more ready and composed in the situations before the red cards, because it's not usually the red cards. It's the situation before that made them occur. But we know it needs to. If we need to collect points, those cards and those mistakes needs to go away. So it's something that's been addressed also and talked about not only now but also before the game. So we know.
People with San Jose that I know thought it was a really big deal for a young group of players to beat you guys, like to compete against SDFC because of what you've accomplished in a short amount of time. It's not gonna make you feel any better about the loss, but I wonder if you notice, in a league where so many teams make the playoffs, maybe there's a little extra juice in the tank for some of these teams when they face you guys, because it's a statement, it's a confidence booster for some of these teams, especially young teams searching for identity.
Yeah, I for sure feel this shift a little bit from last year, where it kind of like, okay, when you're a new team, that everything you achieve is kind of overachieving. Going into this season, I feel like we've put ourselves on the map. I like that as a team also, because when you put yourself on the map, it means you've proven yourself and you are there because people think you're good. So we know when we are good, but we can also, as the last couple of games shown, that if you're not there 100%, the other guys will for sure be. So yeah, it's a good point that people probably feel it's a bigger thing, but also they tactically and mentally going into the game prepare for how we are now, and we need to be aware of that, because I would say usually going man to man and being very aggressive is not a bad thing for us. We've solved that before, but if you're not there 100%, you don't solve it. So we need to be at 100% every game, and that's football. If you're 90 or 80, you don't get points. That's how it is.
And yet Minnesota added James Rodriguez to the roster this offseason. Still TBD if he's going to play or not, but how much of a difference does it make if he is on the field or not?
Of course, we look a little bit at individual players, foot and typical stuff, what they like to do, and there will be, of course, an extra guy to look at, but we usually prepare for a team as a team. No team, at least most of the team in the world don't have one guy doing everything for them. So for us, it's just preparing as we normally do on their game plan, and of course be aware of the small extra stuff. And luckily, he's a guy that people probably know by seeing World Cups and other games in Europe. So we know what type of player he is, so that's nice to know. But we'll prepare for anything.
Yeah, but just to wrap, every match is important, but now coming back off the road match, getting an opportunity to play at home against Minnesota before heading on 2 consecutive road matches, how important is this weekend kind of for the team?
Yeah, man, as I said, first of all, we always look a lot forward to it. I think especially right now, without three wins in a row in the MLS, we know we need that win to start a streak again. So there's no place like home for us, especially at Snapdragon, where we feel like, we really feel like pressure around from the stands is helping us a lot. So as I said, we need a win. So it's nice getting back home, and we know it's a difficult game, and we played, as you saw, games last year, them defending low, so it's also about being patient. But we want to get some energy out and a little bit of frustration out also.